Stop letting the negative thoughts in your mind control your life. It's time for us right now, right here, right now, it's time for us to expose the bully within, the bully in your mind. Let's do it. That's what we're going to focus on in today's episode. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Gentle Mentor podcast. I'm Mikey, your Gentle Mentor, and I want you to think about something. What if the thoughts in your mind are actually not your friend trying to help you and do you a favor? And what if it's more like a scheming con artist that's trying to scam you and trick you? Think about that for a sec. Our mind is an amazing thing, yeah? We get 60,000 different thoughts a day. But we all treat our thoughts like gospel. Whatever we think of, it must be true. It must be true. But the interesting thing is, guys, is that our thoughts are literally just thoughts. And when we break it down, you really start to see what negative thoughts are. I'll give you an example, okay? Why is it that when you go to a party or a gathering or watch a movie or let's just say for an example, maybe you've done something for yourself, played a game in your sport, played a video game, or done a presentation at school. We are always so quick to remember all the negative things that went on in those scenarios. But if we had to list some of the positive ones, we would probably really have to stop and think. Or what about, for an example, when you go out for dinner or go to a shop? If you get bad customer service, most people are most likely more common to complain about the bad customer service to the manager and to the person themselves. But if they get good customer service, they're less likely to actually commendate and say, well done, that was really good customer service. Or, hey, can I see your manager? I just want to tell them how good your customer service was. We're always so much quicker to focus on the negative. But that's about to change right now, right here. To understand how negative thoughts work and how they bully us and scheme us, we have to look at the science a little bit. Science of the brain, okay? There's two areas in our brain. So we've got this area at the front of our brain called the prefrontal cortex, or PFC, okay? Now, the PFC is split in two. You've got the left hemisphere of the PFC and the right hemisphere of the prefrontal cortex, okay? Now, the left side is in control of positive things, okay? Being creative, solving problems, being more positive and optimistic about things. Where the right side of our prefrontal cortex is actually responsible for negative thoughts. So a lot of the times, guys, we cannot help having negative thoughts. It could be a biological problem that we have in our brain, and it's just the way our brains work, because we had to have certain negative thoughts to be able to survive. If we trusted everyone, we wouldn't be around anymore. If people trusted lions and wolves and tigers and bears in the jungle, they would not be able to survive. So they had to have some negative thoughts towards them. But it's all about balance, guys. We need a balance when negative thoughts are useful and when they're not. But unfortunately, in today's society, there's no balance. We all let negative thoughts bully us and scheme us into believing that we really are bad people. Think about it. If you spoke to your friends and loved ones the way you speak to yourself, you wouldn't have any friends left. Because with your loved ones and friends, you always think, okay, how can I tell them this without offending them? How can I be a little bit nicer and a bit gracious? And what are some of the positive things I can maybe bring out to make them feel better? But with yourself, that doesn't exist. It's just negative, negative, negative. You didn't do this. You suck at this. You should have done that. If you did that, that wouldn't have happened. And we are so down on ourselves. But why does that happen? There's one important thing we need to uncover today. This is the first lie, the biggest lie that we are going to expose about negative thoughts. This is how we're going to knock our bully out. All right, we're going to knock him out and we are going to start winning. So, the first thing, negative distortions. Big word, what the hell does it mean? What negative distortions are, it's a weapon in our toolkit that we need to have so that we can identify whether a thought that we're having is actually useful and we need it, just like that person trying to decide whether or not a tiger or a lion is a threat, or whether or not it just could be our thoughts deceiving us and scamming us. So there's several different types of cognitive distortions, and I'm just going to go through them, and then we're going to put them together and it will make a lot more sense. So there's black and white thinking, there's catastrophizing, fortune telling, mind reading, judgmental thoughts, negative filtering. They're just to mention a couple. There's plenty more, but they're the main ones. How do these cognitive distortions affect our thoughts? Think about it. I'm going to do a little scenario that I think most of us have probably gone through, and just let's identify if any of these cognitive distortions come up in a thought. Because if you get a negative thought, and if any of these cognitive distortions come into it, then you know it's your brain trying to bully you and scheme you. If there aren't any cognitive distortions, well then you probably should listen to that thought. So, imagine you're at a gathering, okay? And you walk in there and you start thinking, man, everyone's looking at me. They probably all think I look like a dork. They probably all think that, what is he or she wearing? Or when you start talking to people then at that gathering, you say something and you think, oh, people probably think what I just said was so stupid. I should just leave here. No one likes me at this gathering. I'm going. All right, let's break this thought down. So when you walk into the room and you think everyone's probably looking at me, what are some of those cognitive distortions? Fortune telling, right? You are predicting the future, that everyone will look at you while you're at this party. Now, if you think they're looking at you in the moment, well, no longer fortune telling, now it's mind reading. You are trying to read the people's minds around you because you're saying they're probably looking at me. So there's another cognitive distortion. Black and white thinking. It's either yes or no. There's no gray area. So in other words, it's like they're definitely looking at me. It's not they might be, maybe yes, maybe no. It's they're looking at me. So we've already identified heaps of cognitive distortions. So far, the thought that we're getting, it's not looking good, right? We are uncovering the bully, and the bully doesn't have hope with this thought pretty much. So we're doing well. We're starting to uncover the lie. Then the second part, you start talking to someone at the gathering, and now you think everyone's laughing at what you're saying, or you think that everyone thinks what you just said is stupid. We've all gone through this. What are the cognitive distortions here? Well, again, they are black and white thinking. There is no, they might be thinking this, they might not be. It's black and white, yes or no. It's mind reading. We do this a lot, guys. Oh, I bet you that person thought that. That's mind reading. You don't know what that person thought. Then, another one is negative filtering. That thought pattern that you're going through right there, it's not, this person maybe thought what I said was silly, but this person probably thought what I said was good. No, there's no positive. It's all negative. We just have a negative filter about these thoughts. So can you see how when we break down a thought or a scenario, and if we identify several negative filters, you can automatically see that your brain is trying to bully you and you've uncovered the lie. And this is how we can really start uncovering the deceiver in our head. Because think about it, guys, when you go somewhere, let's just think about that. You walked into that room and you thought everyone was looking at you. Everyone was laughing at you. You weren't looking at others thinking about them. You weren't thinking what others are saying. You're always putting yourself down. Do you know that majority of people are just thinking about themselves? They're not even thinking about you. You're standing there thinking that they're talking and thinking about you. when you're thinking and talking about yourself, and they're probably thinking and talking about themselves. This is the funny thing about life. Us humans, we are very selfish human beings. Yes, of course, people talk about others, they gossip, they judge. But majority of the times, guys, we are our worst critic. And that's something we have to remember too, to uncover the deceiver and the liar of our negative thoughts. The acronym that's going to help you to start smashing those negative thoughts and start taking control of your thoughts and your life and not letting the negative thoughts control you, the acronym is TRAPS. So just think of negative thoughts as traps. TRAPS, because that's what they are. And what you do as soon as you get a negative thought, you think of the first thing, the letter T. What is the trigger that has made me have this negative thought? Then we go through 3 main cognitive distortions. We go to the letter R. Am I reading other people's minds with that thought? The letter A. Am I having all or nothing thinking? In other words, black and white thinking, but another way to say that is all or nothing thinking. The letter P. Am I trying to predict the future? And from that trigger, if you had even one or more of either reading people's minds, all or nothing thinking, or predicting the future, you know that it's a negative, unrealistic thought. And what you need to do to regulate and come back to the moment and start winning, you need to tune into your 5 senses. You need to go to the senses. That's the letter S on the word traps. So your senses, remember? Sight, hearing, smell, touch, taste. Get mindful again and become grounded. So that's how you would use the acronym TRAPS to beat negative thoughts. I really hope this video helped you guys. It was a bit of a longer one, but it's a very important video. So I hope you got a lot out of it. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment below of what did you like about this video and how are you going to beat your negative thoughts. I would love to hear from you. I check all your comments. And if you want to get one-on-one coaching with me, the Gentle Mentor, please get in contact with me on yourgentlementor@gmail.com or call me on 0419 396 636. Alternatively, leave a comment in YouTube and I can also get in contact with you. If you're international or abroad, we can definitely do Zoom appointments as well. Thanks, guys. See you in the next one.